Hello and welcome to the Pittsburgh City Council Cablecast public hearing for Tuesday, January 8th, 2019. My name is Michael Wentz, and with us today is Nick Miller, our sign language interpreter. The public hearing will be on the following legislation. Bill 2018-1083, resolution approving a conditional use application under the Pittsburgh Code Title IX zoning, Article 5, Chapter 910, Section 910.01.D1, to allow PMC/717 Liberty Associates the transfer of development rights from 908 Penn Avenue to 717 Liberty Avenue, zoned Golden Triangle Subdistrict, 2nd Ward, Council District Number 6. This concludes the reading for the Cablecast public hearing for Tuesday, January 8th, 2019. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this Cablecast public hearing of Pittsburgh City Council for today, Tuesday, January the 8th, 2018. I'm Councilman Kraus, will be chairing this afternoon's public hearing. We're joined by Councilman Lavelle, and our first order of business will be to read the purpose of Bill 1083. Thank you, Madam Clerk. If you would read the purpose of the bill.
Bill 1083, resolution approving a conditional use application under the Pittsburgh Code Title IX, zoning Article 4, Chapter 910, Section 910.01D1, to allow PMC 717 Liberty Associates the transfer of development rights from 908 Penn Avenue to GTC Golden Triangle Subdistrict C, 2nd Ward, Council District 6.
Okay, thank you, Madam Clerk. Let the record reflect that we're also joined by Councilwoman Harris. I think if I am correct, in a conditional use application, council sits as quasi-judicial, and so I would just caution council that any comment that we made is probably not in the best interest of our ultimately considering and debating the legislation. So with that, Kate Rakes from our Department of City Planning is here to do a brief presentation for the council.
Thank you. So this is a resolution to transfer 12 dwelling units from 908 Penn Avenue to 717 Liberty Avenue. This is allowed in the zoning code as a conditional use. So Planning Commission reviewed and made a positive recommendation to City Council back on October 23rd of 2018. As required by the zoning code, notice of this public hearing was made 21 days in advance by both posting on the property and a mailed notice to abutting property owners. And then prior to final approval of the dwelling units, the applicant will need to sign a legally binding document agreeing to the transfer, and then they'll need to return to Planning Commission for approval of the dwelling units.
Okay, thank you very much, Kate. We have two invited guests here, Allison and Rondek. Help me. Andronic. Thank you very much. And Carissa Just, and I believe if you would like to offer your comment at this time.
Sure. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Allison Andronic. I'm an attorney at Meyer, Ungevick & Scott, and I'm here on behalf of PMC Property Group. As stated by council, Carissa Just is here with me. She's the regional manager of PMC Property Group, and we'll be here to answer any questions that you may have after the presentation. This request is for the transfer of development rights under Code Section 910.01D1 as a conditional use. This request involves the transfer rights for 12 dwelling units from 908 Penn Avenue to the Clark Building located at 717 Liberty Avenue. Both properties are currently owned by PMC entities. 908 Penn currently contains 25 rental units. Per its surveyed lot size, it could contain up to 49 units. The transfer of the rights will have little impact, actually no impact on 908 Penn Avenue. At this time, PMC has no plans to change 908 Penn Avenue, and if it did, it's located within the Penn Liberty Historic District, and any future exterior changes would have to go through the Historic Review Commission process. The Clark Building, on the other hand, is a much larger building and already contains 228 apartments. Per its lot area, by code, it would only be allowed to have 147 units. However, a variance was granted in 2013 to allow for 228 apartments in the building. In its decision, the zoning board ruled that the variance to reduce lot area per unit from 110 to 70 square feet was appropriate. At 240 units, the Clark building ratio is still right around that 70 square foot per unit ratio. Historically, the 4 lower floors of the Clark building have been used for commercial purposes such as jewelry shops and small office spaces. However, due to closings and consolidations of those jewelers and office tenants, PMC has had an opportunity to consolidate all of those tenants onto the 3 lower floors. This proposed transfer would allow for 12 additional dwelling units to be placed on the now vacant 4th floor of the Clark building. No exterior changes to the Clark building will be made, and the streetscape will remain exactly the same. PMC has numerous parking options for its tenants, and there's capacity at its preferred garages for the tenants associated with these 12 additional dwelling units. PMC has contacted both the Downtown CDC and the Pittsburgh Downtown Partnership, and both have offered letters of support for the transfer. In closing, downtown living remains popular, and demand for residential options downtown is on the rise, and these 12 units will help to meet that demand.
Great,
That's it.
Allison, thank you very much. It was great. Carissa, do you have a comment you'd like to offer? Okay, thank you. So with that, we would normally go to the public comment portion of the council meeting. We did have a registered speaker. We actually had 2. They are not in the audience, and so I'm going to close the public comment portion of this public hearing and take it straight to Councilman Lavelle.
Thank you. As already stated, we can't really give an opinion on this, otherwise we have to recuse ourselves from voting. So separately, this is now the second time council has seen this sort of transfer come before us in the last 3 months about. And we were having a quick conversation. I think it's appropriate for council to actually look at changing our code to allow for more natural density within the Golden Triangle District, so that we're not necessarily looking to have to move development rights from one parcel to another, but that it's more naturally aligned with our code. So it's just something for us to take a look at. I don't know how difficult it would be to make that change, but I'm certainly willing to sit down and look at that with you.
Councilman, thank you for your comments. Councilwoman Harris, do you have anything to
Yeah,
offer?
I just have a couple questions.
Sure.
How many floors are both of these?
The
Your-
building itself is 24 floors.
Okay.
Residential is currently from 5 to 23. Street level, so 1 through 4 was occupied by commercial spaces. And then we have a gym on the 24th floor.
Are they going to do any sprinkler systems or anything through the building?
It is already fully sprinkled, fully,
All 24 floors?
Yes.
Okay. And the other building, because they're renovating, are they gonna?
that will also be taken place, yes.
And do you know if they're doing it union or non-union?
Likely. Those are the contractors that we use in the city.
Okay, most likely. Can you let me know that?
Sure.
Thank you. You went so fast. I was just
Sorry, I was
trying
trying to stay within the
write
3
down
minute.
little notes here.
Any other project that we have completed has been completed with union
Right, right.
contractors. So.
So I just thought I would
course.
ask that question. And I know sprinklers have been a question for safety, so I'm glad to hear that the system's in there. Thank you so much.
Okay, Councilwoman, thank you. I don't have anything to offer at this time, so unless you have any kind of a closing remark, anything you wish to offer, I'm going to ask for a motion then to adjourn our public hearing.
Move.
Second?
All in favor? Aye?